Okay, so we're gonna be doing soft tissue mobilization or a self massage on the back of the shoulder. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a bigger ball. You could do this with a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball, but they're pretty small. So ideally something bigger like a softball. We're gonna take this just behind the armpit. So I'm gonna be finding a spot. If I find my armpit, I'm just behind that between my arm bone and my shoulder blade. So if it feels like you're just laying on a hard ball, then you're probably too far back on your rib cage. So we want to come a little bit more forward, just into some soft parts behind the shoulder. So if I trace my shoulder, it's going to come up into my shoulder joint, and that's where I'll find the ball. So from there, I'm going to bend my arm, and I can start to rotate my shoulder inwards and outwards. And in doing so, trying to get those muscle tissues that the ball is into to slide over each other and to disassociate from each other. So I'm trying to get this rotational movement of my shoulder to rotate backwards and forward. And I want to be kind of strong in that so I can self impose some tension here, flex my biceps and my triceps, and try to squeeze towards my end ranges of motion. So taking my hand as far back as I can and then as far forward as I can. At any point, I can kind of subtly adjust. It won't take a big movement, but you can definitely find some different corners here. Just moving the ball maybe a little bit higher up and then trying to do the same thing. And you'll notice that it gets different levels of tenderness on there. But really, we're just trying to drive some blood flow into the back of the shoulder, kind of the rotator cuff muscles are what we're really focusing on here, and getting those muscles to work by doing some rotation. So we're trying to accumulate about 2 minutes on here, trying to change our spots kind of fairly frequently. And yeah, take some deep breaths. If it's too tender and it's hard for you to focus, just pause on it. Take some big deep breaths, and then you can continue through. And again, set your timer for 2 minutes and work through that stuff.